Hi everyone! Today's story is very important. It's about taking the time to listen to other people's experiences and not just label them, give them a word that says, oh, you're this person, you're this experience. To make sure that we listen to their stories, listen to their feelings, and ask them what words they want used when talking about them. Let's get started. Grab your comfy pillows, your comfy pillows. And let's get started on story time. Today's story is called My Name is Not Refugee. It's by Kate Milner. My name is not Refugee. Look, there's a lot of tents. I wonder why. We have to leave this town, my mother told me. It's not safe for us, she said. Shall I tell you what it'll be like? We'll have to say goodbye to old friends. You can pack your own bag, but remember, only take what you can carry. What would you take? This friend had to pack a backpack, and they had to carry it all by themselves. It looks like they packed a toothbrush, a picture of this friend they have to say goodbye to, and the stuffed animal, maybe some clothes. What would you pack if you had to say goodbye and leave your home inside your backpack? Yeah? Let's see. We'll say goodbye to our town. It'll be a bit sad, but quite exciting too. Do you think you could live in a place where there is no water in the faucets and no one to pick up the trash? Do you think it would be easy living in a home or town where no one's picking up the trash and there's no water in the sinks or bathtubs? Might be a little bit hard. We'll march and dance and skate and run and walk and walk and walk and wait and wait and wait and get up again and walk and walk. Oof. How far could you walk? Sometimes we will be by ourselves. It might get a bit boring. What games can you think of to play? Sometimes we will be with other people. Do you always hold on to an adult's hand when you should? Or do you sometimes let go or hold their leg? We will see lots of new and interesting things. Do you like cars or lorries? Hi, Chuck. Saying hello to our friends. Here, let's pause our book just for a second to say hello to Chuck. Come here, buddy. Hi, everyone. Hi, Chuck. I'm going to put Chuck on my lap while we read. will sleep in some strange places. But where would you brush your teeth or change your clothes? Because there's a bunch of other people around. We'll hear words we don't understand. Can you speak more than one language? And taste new foods. What is the strangest or weirdest food you've ever eaten? Something you've never tried before, or maybe took a new thank you bite out of. This friend looks like they aren't sure if they want to taste this food. But when you're hungry, sometimes you have to eat whatever's given to you. We'll get to a place where we are safe and we can unpack. What things would remind you of your old home? Our friend found a new kitty just like they had in their old home. And soon, those strange words will start to make sense. You'll be called refugee, but remember, refugee is not your name. The end. So in our story, our friend had to leave, and their adult had to leave their home. It wasn't safe and it wasn't healthy to be in. They had to travel really, really far. And they couldn't take a suitcase or a moving truck or a big airplane with a bunch of suitcases and bags that they could carry. Our friend was only allowed to carry one bag. And in that bag, they had to pick out of all the things that they had in their home, just a few things that were really special and important to them. Like a toothbrush, maybe a lovey, maybe some clothes, and a couple books or a picture of a family member or friend that they would miss. They weren't able to take a lot of things, just what would fit in their backpack. And they had to try new foods, sleep in places with strangers, be around a lot of people that they didn't know, that were also leaving their homes because they weren't safe anymore. They had listened to people that weren't speaking the same language as them. And that can be really scary, confusing, frustrating. It might just be different and strange too. When you hear something that you don't understand and you're trying really hard to figure it out and it's just not making sense, that can give you a lot of feelings. But eventually, our friend and their adult were able to find a safe place to sleep. They were able to go to a new safe school and be in a town where there was water in the sinks, trash was picked up off the ground, and there weren't any weapons or dangerous people around them. And people kept calling them a refugee. And that means it's a word that describes someone that has to leave their home because it's not safe anymore. Whether that's from a big storm or a war, when two groups of people or more than two groups of people aren't agreeing on the same thing, so they use unkind words and violence, unsafe hands to hurt each other and destroy areas to win an argument or a conversation that they're trying to have. So either a big storm, a war, or just health in general. It might not have water, it might be too hot or too cold, or it's just not safe. A group of people are not being safe, or the land itself isn't safe or making enough food for them anymore. So they had to leave. And that happens a lot all around the world. And people who have to leave their homes and find safer places have names, have families, have skills and special interests, things they really like to do. They have favorite books, favorite colors. And along with those things, they're often called refugees. But that's not their name. That's not the only thing that they are. It's just one thing that happened to them. It's not what makes them special. It's not what makes them who they are. Their name is what's most important. That they're safe is what is most important. That they are in a place where they feel welcome, where they feel fed and loved and supported and safe is what's most important. So just like in this story, when our friend and their adult found a safe, healthy place to live, our friend's adult said, people are going to call you a refugee because you had to leave your home because it wasn't safe anymore. And what did they say? They said, but that is not your name. So if you meet someone who had to leave their home because it wasn't safe, make sure you learn their name. And you learn what they really like to do, their favorite games, new foods that they tried while they were moving from their old home to their new home, their favorite colors. Learn more about them than just that one part of their life. Because that's not just all they are. There's so much more, just like you. Okay, my loves. I'll see all of you for our next story. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.